Hello, welcome to today's episode of Documenting My Baby Steps as I Learn Cloud Security and DevOps. So, today we are going to be documenting how to change SSH port number. Why are we changing the port number in the first place? To make it less vulnerable, to avoid attacks, pitching hacks. That is why we change default port number. So what are we going to do? We're going to log into AWS and create an instance. Use it to sign into MobileXtem, our Linux server, and change the port number by giving it a command. Then log in back to our instance, change it to what you already commanded it in MobileXtem, and try signing in again and see if that works. Okay, let's go to the screen and practicalize it. So this is my AWS, and these servers, I've terminated them. I'm using my free credits. Alright, so anytime I work on any stuff, I terminate it immediately so I don't get billed. I'm just a student learning. So we're going to create a new instance. And how do we do that? You click on launch instance, give my web server a name, Marquee server. Choosing Ubuntu. Scroll down to select your key pair. Okay, so you click on create new pair, give your key pair a name. Alright, Marquee key pair. Then click on create key. Now let's select our VPC and subnet by clicking on edit network settings. We are gonna use the default VPC that ended with 042. Yeah, then we'll select subnet. This time around I'll be using this subnet that ended with 335. Okay. That's it. Click on launch instance. So now that our instance has been successfully launched, we'll click here to get to the instance. I just want to copy the IP address. Then so this is the one running. Click on it to get the IP address. This is the IP address. Copy it. I'm heading over to my MobileXtem so I can sign in with it. I'm currently closing all open session. Yeah, this is not compulsory, but I like to do it before I log into a new session. Click on SSH, paste in the port number, username Ubuntu. Remember, we chose Ubuntu. Yeah, port 22. Private key, we upload the private key, right, which is this, and boom, accept. So whenever you log in into a new server, the first thing you do is to clean up your server by giving it this command: update and upgrade, and running the command at once. So that's why I used that semicolon, and then I put minus y because I don't want it to ask me whether to continue. If you put it, it just run the command straight. So right now it's updating, and later it will upgrade. Updating. Yes, we are done updating and upgrading. This is how you know. Immediately you see your IP address. Remember our username is Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu at this IP address and then this dollar sign. You know that it's done updating. That means your server is clean and ready to work. All right. So now let's give the command to change port number, which is sudo nano slash etc slash ssh slash sshd underscore config. You have to look at your command over and over again to make sure there is no error before you run it. Alright, so if we look here, we'll see that this is still the default port number, which is 22, and it's inactive. In order to activate it, we need to delete this hash, just the hash, and then it becomes white, meaning that it's active. If it becomes active, we change the port number to any number of our choice, and to do this, use the down arrow key to scroll to that place where we have port 22. Put the cursor on P and then use your backspace to delete hash. Now that it has deleted it, shift it down to 22, and I'm going to use 2026. So you press Ctrl X on your system to save, then type Y to save, click on enter, and boom. Can you see the 2026 that we selected? So this is it. It has reflected. Okay, so we'll go back to our instance to change the inbound and outbound routes. Change the port number to 2026 and then try to log in again using 2020. So to do this, click on security. It's taking a bit. Okay, it's downloading. So this is the inbound security group successfully modified. It's showing things still here. So I click on edit inbound rule, change this to custom TCP 2027, sorry, 2026 rather, and then save rule. You do the same thing for outbound rule, edit outbound rule, custom TCP, port range is showing 0, type 2026, save rule. So now that we've done all of this, we'll go back to our instance to reboot before trying to sign in again. And how do we do that? Click on this, then reboot. Says successfully initiated rebooting of this instance. Alright, so now let's go back to our mobile extern to sign in using port 2026. So I'll click on new session, Ubuntu. (2026) we'll upload our yay, congratulations to us, we've been able to sign in using the new port number. Alright, so this is how to change your SSH port number from the default 22 to the current number 2026 that I used. Hope you learned something. The command to do this is sudo nano slash etc slash ssh slash sshd underscore config. Thank you for watching.